So guys, what is going down, and welcome to this video. It's been a long time since I've uploaded on this channel, and the reason for that is because it's been a long time since I've felt inclined to buy a pair of shoes. Today though, I got something special in the mail. I was gonna unbox it and I was like, you know what, I may as well pull out the camera. It's not that hard to do that, but it's been a long time since the look of the shoes really stood out to me, and these are something that has. So without further ado, we're gonna get into the vids. Actually, first of all, yeah, we're just here, and if you haven't seen, like, I don't know if there's any of you guys who watch these vids who aren't subscribed to my main channel, but this is the new Gymsteez office. Things have been going pretty good. Just been rebuilding my brand Gymsteez. I'm wearing it. I'll leave some links below with my discount code and stuff like that if you're interested, but here we have them. Little StockX authentication thingamabobby. So here we have them, guys. The Nike Alpha Flies. Just unreal, man. Like, look at this thing. Yeah, I don't know. There was just really something about this shoe that it just stuck out to me. Like, it just gave me that feeling like I used to get when I was really into shoes, that just made me say, I want to get this at all costs, and like, I want to wear this thing. So obviously, if you guys are into the shoe game, and I'm so out of the shoe game right now, guys, but you'll know obviously there's a lot of controversy around the shoe. The amount of the bounce back, I think, through the heel into your running stride, apparently it is considered controversial in the fact that the shoe gives you more than what you can produce with any other shoe in terms of the feedback and the bounce rate off the floor when you're running, basically. So for that reason, they've already been pretty well covered on YouTube. The guy who actually broke the 2-hour marathon, I can't remember his name, but he broke that in basically a prototype version of these. So he was working very closely with Nike to design what would be the most efficient and effective running shoe for, I guess, long distance, you could say. I only really took notice of them like last week, literally, when my friends was telling me about them, how they were dropping the beige colorway in the stores. And he's like, bro, you gotta go pick up the shoe. It's just the lightest shoe you'll ever feel. So I went into the store and they'd sold out except for a size 12, but I picked it up, I felt it. And with the colorway, the beige one, it didn't really stick out to me as much, but I was like, yo, I'm really impressed with just how light the shoe is, and just the design on it as well, the shape I really liked. And then it just kind of got me like, okay, let me see what other kind of colors are around in the shoe. And then I found their very first version, which was released earlier this year, the neon green. And I gotta tell you, man, I saw it and I was like, I need that shoe, man. So I'm just gonna give you guys like a close look. So here's the bottom. I think the way that these just look overall are just so insane with the curvature. When I very first saw any forms of like Vaporflies, which is the kind of stand down model on this one, I saw people wearing them. I didn't like the little points on the back. I felt like it was kind of like a, is it like Robin Hood or something? What is it where they got pointy shoes but they're on the front? You know, I think it's like some Disney thing or something like that. But now, a few months later, after seeing a few more of these around, I actually really like that there's a point on the back. Honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it ruins these shoes, these Vaporflies that I'm seeing. But now, I actually really like the fact that there's a point on the back. It kind of gives it something. It gives the shoe something that is just a bit unique. So yeah, I'm gonna pull the other one out. Honestly, I just can't wait to wear these. I actually really wanted to just wear them casually, but I think, because I've actually, I've been doing a bit of running this year, I think maybe once every few runs or something, I'm just gonna bust them out for like a quick 5Ks or something. 5K is about the amount that I run. So I guess if you guys want some close-ups, we've got the little air pockets here in the front. There is actually in the sole a carbon fiber plate, I'm pretty sure, that runs through it, which gives a bit of snap in the stride. So every time that you plant your foot, you're getting a bit more energy return on your stride. So I think that's what is the kind of controversy that makes these a bit faster than usual running shoes. When it comes to the knit on the top, it is an Atom knit. So I don't know if you can see, but it's actually pretty much see-through. And if you hold it up to some lighting, you can pretty much see straight through the shoe. Like right now, I'm actually looking through the shoe at the camera. I'm not joking. I can literally see the camera fully through this. But yeah, it's a very breathable, what they call Atom knit, and that's obviously gonna add to the lightness of the shoe. I've never felt a shoe so big that's so light. Like it's genuinely pretty mind-blowing when you hold this thing. Obviously the colorway in neon green, we've got the neon green swoosh. and the Zoom X, you know, the foam on the bottom. So it's got the foam and then it's got the carbon fiber through it. It's honestly just like, I actually haven't even put these on yet, but from what I gather, it's just a crazy feeling of just responsiveness on these. So one thing that I have heard, because the heel's quite high, it puts you onto your front foot a bit more. So I think it takes a bit of getting used to if you're just gonna be walking around in it. But anyway, whatever it does, I'm just excited to wear it for myself and just get that feeling of how it feels. Righty guys, so we're actually a few days later. In fact, we're actually a couple of weeks after I did that unboxing, to be honest. And here we have the shoe, which has now been run in for 10 kilometers total. So I've done 10 kilometers in this thing. You know, everyone was saying the wear on these is crazy and that they wear down heaps. I haven't experienced that yet because I've only done 10 kilometers in these. But here we are, we're gonna do the on feet. And I was actually gonna film these as soon as I got them so we could have a brand new on feet, but I just didn't get around to it. I guess the positive now is I can actually talk about the shoe, how it felt for my running when I did my runs, and also talk a bit more about the on feet. Now that I've worn it in a little bit, it's just going to be a bit more comfortable. Like already, compared to the first time I put these on, like my foot just feels good in there. So that was one thing I do want to talk about. When I did my first couple of runs in these, I got a massive, massive blister on my left foot, right in the middle of right where the tall heel goes to the smaller front bit of the shoe, just on my left side. So I don't know if that was something to do with my style of running or anything like that, but I got a massive blister. Literally, I'm talking like massive blister just from a 5K run. But I guess that can happen with any shoe. You know, I've got the Vaporflies as well, and I just started running in those, and they give me a back heel blister, so like right up on my Achilles heel there. So I guess that's just what happens with any new shoes, you know, if you're gonna do long distance runs in it. So one thing, talking about these shoes, it's not as exciting for me now because I've had them for a couple of weeks. They're still cool. But I'm gonna say, when you first put these on and you just take a couple of steps, you feel really just like you're actually on like almost stilts or clouds or something. It just feels like you're just on top of the world, and you're literally on clouds, but not on like, you know, people say Ultra Boosts are like a comfortable cloud, like you're walking on clouds. These are like, whoa, what the heck, each step is like a spaceman kind of feel. It's a weird cloud vibe. So here we have them on feet. Now just a crazy lift compared to any other shoe that you'll ever see. That's why when you wear these, a lot of people ask you, what the fuck are those? Because they just give you this crazy lift, like no other shoe has that kind of look. And like they're so noticeable. I don't know how it looks in camera, but in person they're pretty big. Like, I don't know how else to say it, to be honest. So if you do buy a pair of these, you'll definitely be getting a lot of compliments, and also, what the heck are those? Now, I'll tell you, when you first put these on, you literally feel like you just want to jump. Like, I was just, like, my immediate thought as soon as I put these on was like, I'm gonna go to the basketball courts and see if I can do a dunk in these shoes, because I'm like probably this far off dunking. But I feel like when I wear these, I'll get that extra. So that's kind of like a crazy thing to feel. Like, I've never had a shoe that actually makes me feel like that. I'm not sure if anyone has talked about the Alphaflies and dunking, because obviously it's a running shoe, everyone just talks about running, but that's the most immediate thing I thought when I put them on. So I'm going to definitely put that to the test at some stage. But in the meantime, I'll show you guys the on feet and how they're looking. One thing I'll say about this shoe as well, when you first walk in the Alphaflies, they're extremely squeaky. Every step that you take on just a normal floor, they're very loud shoes. I think that must be from the single carbon plate which goes through the shoe. I'd say until you've worn them a few times, you know, that's a bit stiffer, that plate. So I think that's kind of what makes them so squeaky. So definitely just one thing to be aware of. And in regards to the running, I'd kind of talked about my runs before, but didn't go in depth. The runs felt like they were good, man. They were good. Like, these things throw you forward onto your front foot. Like, as soon as your heel comes down, it's like it just throws you into that next step. It's not like the craziest difference, but you can tell that once you get momentum in these shoes and in your flow with your strides, that they are contributing and helping you get forwards a lot more onto that next step, which is why I mean that's the whole point of the shoe, isn't it? With the the design of it and everything like that. Obviously it is a running shoe first and foremost. I haven't seen too many people wearing these like casually, but I'm gonna be wearing them a lot more casually as well, but also running in them. So are people doing that? I don't know, comment below. I'm gonna end the vid here, guys. I'm actually just off to go and do a 10K run today. I'm gonna try, actually, sorry, not a 10K. I'm going to 8Ks. Like, I'm just easing into the longer distance running. I haven't really done more than 5Ks this year since I've been back into running, so just easing into it. But if you wanna follow my main channel, I'll link it below. I'm gonna be having a lot more fitness videos with like cardio and challenges and stuff like that, and athletics training. So if you're keen for that, go and subscribe to my main channel. I think I'll also do a video seeing if I can dunk in these as well. If that doesn't make my main channel, that'll be on this channel here, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you're subscribed. Hope you guys have a good week. Peace out. It's your boy Freeze, we getting it, and I'll see you in the next vid. Drop us a thumbs up as well if you enjoyed the unboxing, because I know it's been a freaking long time.